welcome. Get your pregame on at the pregame. What's up, fam, and welcome back to the channel. Now, we told you who we thought would enjoy living in this city. Now let us tell you how we think everyone can enjoy the beast of the East, Nairobi. 4.8 million people, a metropolis, countless rooftop bars, countless hotels, countless restaurants, and cultural expeditions beyond measure. Nairobi is the beast of the East. And today we're going to tell you why and how to enjoy it.
As slow travelers, we enjoy savoring every good meal that we find at a location. So it's no surprise that food is at the top of our list.
One of my favorite spots that we went to has really nothing to do with African food or cuisine. It's Brazilian. It was the Brazilian grill. What's the name of it?
It's called like Fogo Gaucho, and they have, I think, at least 2 locations around the city. It's one of those, Brazilian steakhouses where they bring you the food until you say stop. So it just keeps coming.
You got to be prepared to go to war, baby. Are you that carnivore you think you are? Can you devour a steak and some? All kinds of sausages, all kinds of chicken, all kinds of beef just coming at your table, full speed.
Like grilled cinnamon pineapple.
Oh my gosh, really man. They have lots of good drinks, lots of good food, and reasonably priced, if you ask me. Another place that we liked was, like, if you want that ambiance, is a place in the Curve Hotel on the 15th floor called, where we going, love?
We are going to a rooftop bar. I think it's called 15 Rooftop.
The ambiance is beautiful, overlooking Nairobi's National Park, so maybe you'll get to see some animals. I think we saw like some goats.
We saw deer. They were deer.
They were goats.
They were deer.
All right, but maybe if you want to sit on the other side, that's the bar side. On the other side, there's a restaurant, so you can kind of overlook the city. Again, ambiance. But what I really like about being here in Kenya and going to these places is that it's black, y'all. It's blackly black. We listen to stuff from the 90s. We listen to stuff from 2000s. Yeah. The music selection is nice, and the vibe is not hooty pooty. It's not stiff. You know what I'm saying? It's really enjoyable. But their food is really wonderful.
Good. Not to mention, we've had some really good restaurants at Village Market.
Facts. It's one of my favorite malls.
Their ambiance there, their setting was completely chill. They're completely chill.
We had a date night at that restaurant, Harvest, and the menu was the menu was really good. All right, we fancy smancy tonight, y'all. We just wrapped up a video that took us the last 3 weeks to complete. We're at a restaurant called Harvest, and it's beautiful out here, you guys. Nighttime in Nairobi is a different beast. It's a more mellow, cool, calm, relaxed, laid-back scene.
So this is our celebratory dinner, y'all, and I'm excited because we're out here in these Nairobi streets, and like Rondell said, it is different. Your girl got a silk press done today. Loving it. But y'all, we're excited, and we're gonna show you what we're having tonight.
The lady was really trying to get us to get something special, but they had this like gigantic burger and fries, and like, I'm a basic guy, man. I want fish, I want burger and fries. But this burger and fries was really good.
Our basicness took over that evening.
The wine was good.
But the menu had a lot of really interesting flavor combinations and stuff, so really awesome spot. Also, like the lower floor, the ground floor of the Village Market has tons of different restaurants too. We enjoyed some really good meat.
Now, one of my beefs has been like the cost here. So you got to bring your vacation money with you. But down to the ground floor there is kind of not that expensive at all. I mean, a glass of wine was $300, which is like $1.50, $2. They know how to grill, they know how to season, and again, the ambiance is kind of an open food court, really laid back. There's usually somebody playing music on the weekends, live bands on the weekends, and it's just a whole vibe of community and blackness.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment, you guys. We so appreciate you guys joining us on this journey. And if you really want to support the Yarbros, consider joining the Window Seat, which is our Patreon community. We meet with them every month, have really cool conversations, and they also get exclusive content over there. So come find out what we're doing in Kenya.
One of the major reasons we say that people have to visit Kenya is because of the cultural accessibility, baby.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I didn't realize how many different tribes made up this city. And in addition to that, like how many other people are in the city and in this country?
We got over 47 different tribes. And if you wanted to dive into the cultures, you get an exposure to Africa in an understandable way. People speak English here, but they also speak Swahili. So you can get your practice on. You can do your jambo or your and get an understanding of how to flow inside of Africa. This is like Africa 101, you know what I'm saying? Basic orientation. Real talk.
No, it's true, it's true.
And this is one of those places where it's kind of an in-between. There's African culture here strong, but there's also that Western culture here strong. So you can have engaging conversations with people in English and they can break down for you different cultural things. One of the biggest cultural experiences we had here was going to learn some more about some different tribes.
Right, and that was at Bomas of Kenya. And at this place, which is called Bomas of Kenya, you get to kind of get a taste of that because they have cultural dances that kind of show you the different sort of ceremonial dances that happen within the different tribes, as well as like replicas of the homesteads, which is what Bomas means in Swahili, I believe. So let's check out some of those homesteads.
Now, Bomas of Kenya, y'all, they were jamming, you know what I'm saying? They do some different tributes. I sure wish we had a crowd while we were there, you know what I mean? We were there with a bunch of different vanilla people, and nobody was kind of live, so they were performing. Everybody was performing.
It's a double-edged sword because it was a weekday, you know.
Yeah,
and usually we prefer to go places where it's not going to be crowded at all, so it wasn't crowded when we went.
But here, I feel like the performers wanted to get that crowd pumped up. Yeah. But again, they do some different traditional tribal dances from different tribes. They have some different small villages throughout that you can find.
The bomas, which are like the homesteads of what they may have looked like back in the day. Yeah,
so cultural experiences galore. And something else we would recommend is checking out the National Museum of Kenya, where you can get a backdrop of the history that took place and as to why and how Kenya has become Kenya. Now, for that, I also recommend just talking to people that you pass, because the people that we have met have been, bar none, some of the most friendly and approachable people and intelligent people. Also, what we love here are the multiculturalists, all the different cultures that we see converging here. People have called this the New York of Africa, and I couldn't disagree more when I saw it. I'm like, nah, dog, this ain't no damn New York.
It depends, like what about New York?
Now, it is the size of New York, but it's with half the people. And you do get accessibility to different things here that you do not get accessibility to throughout East Africa. It is absolutely the most developed country in East Africa. And there's a multitude of different people that come here. So in that respect, it's New Yorkish.
Okay. Well, if you're thinking of New York, you might be thinking of concrete jungle, Big Apple, lots of attractions, major tourist hub, you know, so.
Well, I hear what you're saying. I just hate that comparing one city that it's like in the image of another city. You know what I'm saying? Look, the United States has been commodified, and that's something Africa still is like kind of virgin territory. Like you don't have to pay for every damn thing. And the cities that's happening to, I don't think that it's right. Like, you got to stay pure, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like this, don't get tainted by trying to say I'm like this city or I'm like that city. New York is falling down, y'all. Babylon is about to fall. I'm for real talk. So, you know, don't try to emulate, you know, if any of the city designers or planners are looking at this, don't try to emulate them. Be you, because that's what makes this place special. Yeah. The different people that we get to talk to, the different conversations that we get to have.
Another part of the culture that we really, really enjoy is the arts. And you're going to see this all throughout the city. I'm telling you, there's a lot of pride that different tribes and people here in Africa take in kind of displaying their culture. And you're going to see that in paintings. You're going to see it in lots of different types of woodwork, things that are really small, things that are very huge that go in houses. You're going to see it in the jewelry. You're going to see it in the clothing and shops, kiosks, and stores all around the city. So if you see me in a kimono, you already know. And when you're there, take the time to talk to the people. That's an opportunity to really soak in a lot of knowledge and learn more about that particular tribe and what they represent and where they are and where they flourished in and around Kenya.
That's something that we really enjoyed. We got to build some, you know, quasi-personal relationships that wasn't all about an exchange, man. People really sat down and talked to us about their tribes, their handicrafts, why they were working that piece, what the mask meant, where the mask came from. That's been some of the most fruitful parts of our journey, which again is why we recommend that people come here, so you can get a breakdown and an understanding of different tribes and how they vibe here, how they've come here, and how they're surviving here. It's a big deal for us, and I think if you are a cultural traveler like we are, you'll enjoy it too. So we got a few different recommendations on where we should stay in the city, and they ain't work out. So we're here to tell you our recommendations of where we think you should stay when you come to the city. Now, if you come here on vacation to spend them vacation dollars, we think you should stay in a nice area. Kilmani, that's accessible. A lot of things are accessible to you.
I think Westlands is also a really good area. It's kind of a huge area, and I feel like there's different like sub neighborhoods in it. Like
Big time.
Spring Valley is
Big
over
time.
there, but that area has just about everything that you need there. You have the malls there. You have the grocery stores. You have restaurants. Some of the best restaurants in the city are in the Westlands area.
All restaurants and all malls are not created equal.
That's true.
We have a thing that we call the People's Mall when we travel, and that's where we go if we want to connect with the people and do everything else, but that ain't where we shop at, y'all. So we think that you should stay in neighborhoods that support the malls that you enjoy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the Westlands. You know, we never introduced ourselves to them. My name is Rondell.
My name is April.
We're the Yarbros, y'all. We're traveling the world looking for a place to call home. So when we talk about your city, we're not talking about in the context of, oh, great African cities or Africa. We're talking about in the context of the world. This is not the only developing city that we've been to. We've been to several developing cities throughout our journeys and our adventures. And I gotta tell you, you know, this city is up there. It's up there in regards to expense, but it's also up there in terms of what it offers. And that cultural piece that it offers is bar none. But if you want to be in the heart of things and around a bunch of different restaurants, stone's throw from different malls, you can't do better than Westlands. But if you don't want to pay those Westland prices, Kilmani is next up.
Nairobi is a hub of Kenya. Your journey might just start in this city, even though it might take you to different corners of the country. But the city itself has a lot going on. There's so much that you can do here and so many attractions if you're spending some time just enjoying the city of Nairobi. For one, there's lots of green spaces. We already told you how lush this city is, how it's known as the green city under the sun, but there's also a lot of animal attractions as well. We went to the Giraffe Center, there's a safari walk, there is the Nairobi National Park, which is a safari right on the outskirts of the city. It's called the safari capital for that reason, for being the only city on earth that has a national park where you can go on safaris right there. And not only that, there's tons of malls here, and let me tell you our favorite ones: Village Market, Two Rivers, and I'm gonna say Westgate. Those are malls that we really enjoy. You have your grocery stores right in the mall. You have entertainment, movie theaters are in a few of them. Bowling alleys are in a few of them. It's just cool spots to be able to hang out. Check out the Kenyatta International Convention Center for amazing views of this city. Like, you can really see like what's going on, where the luscious areas are, where the high rises are of the city. It's a really great experience. Last but not least, check out the nightlife.
And you want nightlife, you're coming over to the Westlands. Now, there are places all over Nairobi to go out, have a good time and vibe. But here you can vibe in one place, walk to another place, hit another vibe, go to another place and have a whole nother vibe. Oh, please, please, please.
This is where you're really gonna see the diversity of this city. Like, there's so many different ethnic groups and different groups of foreigners that come here. This is where you're gonna see them. We're already seeing a more diverse group than the side of town that we're hanging out at right now. Everybody is gonna wanna come out and have a drink. It's Saturday night. Come out and have a good time.
Look, come down here. It's about 10 o'clock right now. Come get your pregame on. At the pregame, you understand what I'm saying? Drink petite, then go enjoy your evening, man. From what I saw, man, the menus aren't really that deep, but the vibe is right, so we're gonna grab us a little something to drink with, man. Hey, it's a whole vibe. We heard this was a young person's city, and you see a lot of different clubs that cater to the younger crowd with the music selection and whatnot. But you grown-ups can vibe too, y'all. So a lot of different jazz clubs, oyster bars, whatnot in this same area. So again, it depends on what you're looking for. I'm sure you can find it here in Nairobi.
Because the city is such a young city, you will not run out of things to do at night.
And it is a young city. A lot of places that you go, they like listening to drill music and some other kind of stuff. And it's cool, but I love me a live music set. Yeah. I love live jazz. And this place offers no shortage of places you can do that. The Oyster Bar.
There's Bamba, tons of different lounges and some that are on rooftops.
Yeah, man. It's an adult city as well.
Yeah, but you're going to be able to find your vibe and your lounge here in the city. Now, another point is the safety and security. You know, some places you go out.
How can you lounge if you're worried about getting shot or stabbed or robbed?
True. And I'm going to say, like, this is a city that already has a lot of security. Every building that you go into, every establishment that you walk into, like you have to pass through like a metal detector or something like that. Get your bag checked. Cars get checked before they go into certain places.
Now, ordinarily, that would make me feel nervous.
Yeah.
Like if you're checking for bombs and everywhere you go, you got all these cats with these huge automatic weapons walking around. It makes me feel unnerved, right? Especially like in places like Haiti or in Guatemala. Saw that in El Salvador. But here, it seems more out of precaution because my spidey senses are not going off. Like I have not had a single issue where I felt like we were in jeopardy. Story time. I'll tell you our little time when we got lost in the largest slums in Africa.
So what had happened was,
look y'all, we're out and about. We're shooting another video and we needed to get some props. And we knew about this garment district that we passed the other day. I'm like, man, that's where the people are at. We can go over there and talk to them, get some good video, yada, yada, yada. So we go to the garment district. Now, if you don't know, this city, the resale clothes is like a big, big market. Makes sense to me, no problem. We're going into the marketplace and we start walking down the street. And we go deeper and deeper and deeper.
It passed through like a tunnel.
Yeah, man. And on the other side of this tunnel was a neighborhood and a slum that we hadn't know about, y'all. We were in the largest slums in Africa. Kibera. We were in Kibera, you guys. And not only were we in Kibera, but we were in Kibera, I got a backpack full of all of my camera equipment, like 3 different cameras, tripod, all this other gear in my backpack. And we looked like some brand new people, man. We stood out like sore thumbs, yo. I got this bright yellow, canary yellow shirt on, you know what I'm saying? This bright smile on my face. I'm walking around like, hi. Yo.
We have been planning to learn more about this area, to visit this area, but there are like guides and tours for that. So we didn't plan to stumble on the way that we got there.
Man, watch your step, brother. So anyway, we ended up in this hood, like for real. You know, we put our back against the wall, called the Uber. Uber is like 20 minutes away, so we decided we're gonna walk our way out of this slum. Brother, sister, we were walking and walking.
We got our steps in that day.
Yeah, man, that was crazy.
But I mean, you know, we were warned a lot about it, but honestly, I got to tell you, even though we got certain stairs at different parts, I didn't feel like we were about to get jumped or anything like that.
You know, we stepped with caution and we stayed on kind of the quasi main street. And, you know, I don't have a whole lot of video footage for you because we had to put the cameras up, y'all. Facts. What I'm showing on camera is like the clean and the nice and the kind of the sterilized areas was what I'm showing on camera. We may still go out there, but I don't want a poverty pimp, you know what I'm saying? But we had no idea what we were stepping into. We realized that we were completely out of our element and did what we had to do to get the hell out of Dodge. We ended up having a car come pick us up. We got to a quasi-busy street inside of the slum, and an Uber driver was like, all right, I'll pick you up from there. And we met him there, and he got us up out of there. And he scolded us. You know what I'm saying? We were in the car. He's like, put your... I had one of my small cameras on. He's like, put that up. Then we'll come in this car and get that. I'm like, well, all right, man. All right. Be easy. But just an interesting story. So while you're out here exploring, watch your step. I have an analogy I like to say. Don't walk into a lion's den with a stake around your neck. And you walking in looking brand new with your brand new clothes on and smile on while everybody else is trying to get a grip on their lives. You looking like a steak. And I know we look like a steak that day. But, you know, honestly, nothing happened. Nothing ill happened. And I know there are some slums that we have been in that had we not stepped in with people, we would have got. And there's places that you don't go without a guide, that you don't go without an OG with you. This is one of them. We did it. We survived to tell the story, but we don't recommend it.